Hi guys, welcome to another video. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Yvette. This is a faith-based channel where I help encourage young women on a more Christ-like life. I know this culture is very unhinged and toxic and we don't want to be leading each other astray, so I made this channel in order to help bring communion towards other women who are seeking the Lord, live a more fruitful life. So if you guys are interested in learning more and want to be updated with future videos, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Before we get into today's video, I do want to mention that I do have an official Christian brand. If any of you guys are interested in supporting me or my channel, this is one of my shirts. They are really comfortable. They're really good quality. So I will be sure to place the link to my website in the description box below. So today's discussion is going to be a little bit interesting and hopefully relatable to a lot of you guys. I am just going to discuss a few habits and things that I have been learning in my 20s. I am 25. I know I'm still very young and pretty naive, but I feel like the Lord has really been directing my paths, and I have been learning a lot ever since I decided to give my life to Him. So, for those of you guys who are anything like me as well, obviously we are always constantly struggling with identity and figuring out what we are going to do with our lives. And that is predominantly one of the biggest issues that I have been needing to let go of, because obviously I know the Lord has His best interest for my life, and that is something that I need to unlearn how to do. Instead of being hyper aware and hyper independent, I need to just be like, let it go and give it to God and let Him direct your path. So that is one thing and one topic that I do want to discuss with you guys, that we are constantly going to be battling between what we are called to do, our purpose. And most often than not, we constantly have to rebuild ourselves and figure out, okay, what is going to be the most honorable and glorifying thing to the Lord, and what can I do on my behalf to ensure that I am doing the Lord's will, you know? And I feel like, especially when we are surrounded by people and being influenced by this culture, it's really, really hard to know that, because being deceived is a real thing, and we need to practice discernment so we can make sure that we are surrounding ourselves around the appropriate people, and building and establishing habits that are really going to fulfill us. So yeah, that is one thing that we are going to be discussing, as well as ensuring that we are also trying to figure out what we can do right now, especially in our early 20s, to really make sure that we find ultimate security in the Lord. Because most often than not, we get way too hyper fixated, and we get way too obsessed about our external circumstances to validate how we feel. And when something goes wrong, we have like an identity crisis, or we have like a little crisis where we get anxious and everything. And that is one thing that I've been learning a lot lately, is ensuring that my security is in the Lord. Because even if I have a boyfriend, even if I have a good career, even if I have money and everything that I want in my life, that is never going to fulfill you. It really won't. It honestly won't. Why do you think we hear so many stories of people, you know, ending their lives because they're just not fulfilled, or they're not mentally there? There are people that I have heard that have every single thing in their lives. They have the money, they have the family, they have the career, they have everything, and they are never fulfilled. And I feel like that is going to be the route that a lot of young men and women are going to be headed in, when they are way too hyper fixated and focused on having the next big thing, having that next, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people obsess over clothes and having like the next Chanel bag, or what is it, that Birkin, and guys with like cars and all this stuff. But anyways, like, I've been learning that regardless if my life is going okay and I'm establishing multiple streams of income and I have that relationship or I have this nice car, I have found myself to still not being fully fulfilled until I began to rewire my brain and take a look back on myself and be like, these are all these materialistic things in your life are not going to fulfill the yearning that you have in your heart to feel love and to have that peace and to have that security. And that's what the Lord has been teaching me so much these past couple of months, because I feel like I personally get way too hyper fixated and obsessed with my relationship, for example, or my job and my career and my education. And I tell myself, until I have this, I will be happy. Until I excel in this aspect of my life, I'll be happy. Until I get my graduate degree, I'll be happy. Until I get that nice car, I'll be happy. When that is the most selfish, self-centered thing that I think people can do. It's a mistake to place your confidence and validation in a specific individual or a specific thing. And that's exactly what God teaches us in our Bible, to not be lovers of money, to not love your person or your family more than God. God is the only one who is going to be able to kind of just heal your heart, heal your inner child. And that's why he tells us and he calls upon us to have childlike faith, because he wants us to go to him. He wants us to be fulfilled with just him. And even in the book of Job, when everything gets taken away from him, and he still honored and praised the Lord, even though he was having some rough moments. But God is always going to be with you. He is never going to leave you, ever, even if we don't feel him. I know a lot of us feel like we have a relationship with God only when we feel him. We don't need to feel him in order to know him. And that is the biggest thing for me too. I feel like when I'm in a state of anxiousness, I feel like I'm not with God or near God, and it kind of like throws me off a little bit. But then I'm like, you know what? If I know my God, if I know and if I know my Father, I know he's never going to walk away from my life. He has my best interests at heart. He's walking right here beside me, and he's appointing you for really great things. And you just need to be still and okay. Read your Bible so you can discern truth from you being deceived by this culture, because this culture itself is very unhinged. Like I say, a lot of people are not actively looking for a traditional life because everybody is just out there. Nobody is really living a quiet, submissive life, especially my young women out here. And I feel like a lot of people are normalizing divorce. They're normalizing sleeping with multiple people. They're normalizing a toxic culture. So another thing that I've been learning to do so I don't steer into those paths is ensuring that, obviously, one, I need to focus on my relationship with the Lord, and making sure that I'm also reading and actively trying to increase my wisdom, increase my knowledge, so I can find that peace in my heart and not really need these external factors to bring me that security. So, I know this was a really short video. I hope you guys enjoyed this in some way, shape, or form. Hopefully we can, get back into our little girly personalities. If you guys are interested, please read the book of Proverbs. It is such a good book. I feel like it encourages me to live a little soft life. Jesus makes me live a soft life. So, you guys have the best day, night, month, week ever. God bless you guys so much. I really appreciate all of you guys who tune into my videos. I read all your comments. You guys are honestly the best. Love you guys.